Surging Sparks has definitely not met people's demands, and honestly, it's been really crazy just to try to get it back in stock. And most distributors don't even have this type of product. But we're gonna show you what a Surging Sparks currently looks like, how it's doing, what's causing the market, and what are the actual reasons for people just destroying it as soon as they get in stock, literally. But what's the biggest reason right now that I would say is the mover is definitely, I think, more FOMO. I think when I was talking to different suppliers, there was a not as much allocation, I would say, for this new set. You're starting to see distributors sell it for just a little bit over what the normal wholesale price would be. If you were to try to get it back into stock, of course, would mean that they're trying to move either more product or they're trying to sell it for a little bit higher price. I talked to one of the local card shops around here. They said that they're charging them $170, or they pick up a box of Scarlet Violet to mitigate the cost. So they'll say probably like a case of Surging Sparks, and then you'll also have to buy a case of Scarlet Violet or Paradox Rift or Obsidian Flames, whichever one they currently have in stock that hasn't moved or is just sitting there for a while, which most suppliers will do that just because they don't want to have stuff just sitting there. They'll either associate it with as a bundle, and in order for you to get this, you need to buy this as well. Of course, with that being said, starting us off, the Surging Sparks booster box currently at about 180 bucks. I'd say probably the biggest increase that I've seen so far on a booster box. It did start off back in August, and even into September you started seeing it drop to about 100 bucks. Now it's close to 200 bucks, and you're going to start seeing it more and more into 200 bucks. I talked to many distributors. The reprints or the wave of reprints quantity has not been the greatest, so you're definitely going to see that for a quite some time. Now that Christmas is coming up, now that all these holidays are coming up, there is no other set currently that is competing, I guess you would say competing, because now this is the brand new set, and Prismatic Evolution doesn't actually release until January, so this set will definitely reign supreme until Prismatic does release. And also the Surging Sparks ETB sitting at about 55 bucks. Normally what you're seeing at around Target, Walmart, or all these other supply places, about 55 bucks. That brings the price per pack to just about $6, a little bit over $6 per pack. Definitely better than ETB, just slightly. And so once you start seeing the ETBs overtake 220 bucks, you're definitely going to start seeing people opt into purchasing the ETBs rather than doing the booster boxes or stuff like that. Another thing was the Pokemon Center ETB did take a little dip after the second wave that we did see. There was a recent release right on release, there was another wave where people started selling it for a little bit cheaper. And once people started getting it in their hands and started selling them from eBay. So definitely before was somewhere around 160, 170. Now it's closer to 100, 105 bucks. Of course, the card that everybody's talking about right now, the Pikachu SIR, took a big hit. Sitting at, last time I saw it was about $600. Now it's closer to 460. Even still, right now, you're starting to see people still sell it for 445. I think is the cheapest currently. But zero, of course, these are zero reviews. However, you're definitely seeing that Pikachu just continuously increase in price, and I'm not sure if this will actually be the bottom. I still think that probably I still think that 440 is probably the best price for it currently. Up until Prismatic does release, then you're going to start seeing the Pikachu plummet for sure. But you will definitely start seeing an increase of the price, especially because now product has basically halted in most LGSs, and each box is now costing over $200. People are weighing the benefit and seeing, hey, maybe $200, $300 for a booster box is probably not worth it at this time. Another card that is going really well, I thought would take a dive once the actual set released. However, does look like it's staying right around the $210 area, with the next closest sale is about 210 with TCG Player at least. Other than that, you are seeing it kind of fluctuate just a little bit between the 200 and 210 range. Same with Hydrogen. Hydrogen definitely took a big hit after release. You just start seeing more people sell it once release came. People started pulling it. I think it's a little bit easier to pull, in my opinion. I pulled a few of them so far, but not enough. I haven't opened up enough packs to say that that's a definitive. But the Hydrogen is sitting at about $72. Did take a huge dive, about 40%, which actually isn't that bad compared to other sets. Normally you're seeing anything that's over $100 see like a 40 or 60%, between 40 to 60%. So just a little bit better than any other set would be. Now, another one that kind of took a turn for the better was the Milotic. Me personally, I love this artwork. I think it's probably the best artwork in the Surging Sparks. Currently sitting at just about $90, up from last week actually, where it was at $80. Now it's about $90, and sales are about 85 bucks for the in TCG Player, of course. Most recent sale 104. So it looks like it's coming back up. More people are looking at this and saying, hey, I really like the artwork. I've had lots of people talk about it and say it's probably one of the best artworks in Surging Sparks, but I think it does go undervalued. Last but not least, the Pikachu Gold card took definitely a big increase from pre-release. Was about 80 bucks on release, and then was about 65 bucks on release, and then it went just straight up to 120, where it took a small dive to 100 bucks. So I did think that this one would probably overtake any other card. I think the Pikachu SIR is definitely the number one. This Pikachu number two, just based on popularity and the fact that it's a gold card for Pikachu. I don't think there are many gold cards like this for Pikachu, especially not Terra. Even in BMAXs, I don't think. Maybe the ones from Lost Origin, but other than that, this is extremely hard to pull. You've noticed in TCG Player, they've tried to make these gold cards so much more harder to pull. I think this one is 1 in 1200 or something like that. Don't quote me, I'll double check and see. But it's been definitely so much harder to pull. I think we've only pulled this once, although we have only opened up probably close to 700 packs or something like that. No SIR Pikachu yet, unfortunately. But with that being said, Surging Sparks, of course, always on a tear. It's going to continue being on a tear. But these prices that you guys are seeing, don't FOMO. There's going to be a lot more product coming out. It's going to take its time, for sure. And you probably won't see something maybe until Prismatic Evolution actually releases. You're gonna start seeing Prismatic Evolution release when people will jump over to the Moonbreon, the Sunbreon, all the evolutions, and this set will just stay as a blur. Well, people will definitely be looking to collect it, but all the hype will be definitely down, and more hype will be looking at Prismatic. You're already seeing it now with the pre-releases for Prismatic Evolutions. Now people are purchasing maybe a full case of Prismatic at 90 bucks ETB, and just leaving the Surging Sparks alone, for now at least. This will probably continue up until the actual release. You're going to start seeing the increase of price for basically every card. Pikachu SIR, you're going to start seeing the increase in price of the booster boxes, the ETBs, PC ETBs, unless you get a moderately larger size restocked for them. You won't see any real big change in price. If you guys did like this type of content, make sure you subscribe, because we're going to be putting out more content like this every single day. Leave us a like, let us know if you like this video, and also let us know what set we should cover next, because there's so many sets that are making moves, like Celebrations, like Twilight Masquerades, so let us know which one.